Alright, hope you guys can hear me. Hold on. Alright, here we go. Play the game.
Sorry about that. I'm just gonna start at the beginning, with the house.
The house. I just started playing this game and it looks pretty cool. Damn, this is realistic as fuck.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
What is this?
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Okay.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
No trespassing. Just start playing the game. It's pretty cool.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Damn. This plot is really moving and looks really cool. Already looks really cool.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints. The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Whoa.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Whoa, that's tough. You see the house? Wow, I'm definitely gonna be
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
This girl, I don't even know who she is.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Alright, so she's 17 years old. Alright. Got that down. And I'm 18, and I'm 18, that's cool. So I guess there's stuff I can relate to, I guess.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
Alright, so I didn't.
Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
Damn. Guess we're gonna have to find another way in, maybe? Alright. We'll continue this path. This is the garage. I can open it. No, I can't. I'll go around here. There's another door. Can I open this? Oh, you just got. Oh, okay, never mind.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Huh. Alright, I'm sure she's been here before, definitely. Guessing this is her old house, maybe?
power had been turned off the night we left. For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
Whoa.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one. Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
I guess you like Chinese, and you ate a lot of Chinese, I guess.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just, after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got pretty sick of salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Alright, I skipped on a script, but it's all good.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
Yeah, that's pretty true. Looked like they all her whole family died, maybe. Kind of, I'm not sure.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Okay. Alright, so this is a flat screen.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Whoa. I'm guessing this is the original house. That's really cool. I'm guessing this is a mansion, pretty much. But the size of this whole thing. Oh, what I've discovered so far. The fuck, nigga? Some Jack in the Box shit. Alright. Yeah.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Alright, creepy vibes. Creepy lights coming from that little thing.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Okay.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Alright, so this is like it was. She's still shut. Tasting This family read it a lot. Look at this. All these books. Somebody been doing a lot of reading, you know what I'm saying? Damn.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Okay. So there's a mom, there's an Edie. We're trying to figure out who Edie is.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Okay, there's a Barbara. Barbara Finch, alright. So there's an upstairs and there's this. 1944, 1960.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
Dang.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Okay. So our father is Odin. This is Odin, I guess. I'm not sure who Edie was.
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Okay. Go up here. Yeah. There's stuff back here.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room.
Alright, this is your uncle's room. Looks pretty cool.
I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up. Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Let's open.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Oh, dang.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Alright, so there's something your mom was afraid of. Whoa.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan.
Okay.
But I had no idea what was behind that door.
Whose room is this?
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Molly Finch.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Okay, so she should eat from a gerbil container. Fishy. So this is probably what's it called? A backstory.
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
What the hell? You eat a fish, bro. Fishes are cool, in my opinion. It's really dark in here too. Try to get out of here. Over here. Alright, so she's a kid. Clearly she's a kid. Not even able to reach the mirror.
I kept eating and eating.
What? Bruh. Oh. I didn't want to do that, but okay.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Is that plastic or is this real? I hope this is real. What? I think that's
Then
plastic,
I heard
bro.
chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest.
Okay. Go back to your nest. I guess I have to open it then.
I reached out for her. And suddenly,
Oh.
I was a cat.
What? Yo, this is crazy. Alright, so I can see the cat's legs. Alright, so jumping is holding L R2. Alright.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
So this girl has some imagination. I like this imagination. Alright. shouldn't go over here. Hey, where did the bird go? Oh, she went over there. Alright. Go up here. Oh, I have to go up here. Alright. So I guess go on here. No? Oh, alright, go over here. No. Alright, now I'm getting confused. Alright, so I do jump here, right? I don't think I'm going the right way. No, I'm not. Alright. Alright, so this is the good direction.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Alright. Of course they didn't look at her. She's a cat. Probably didn't even know it was her. Most likely. Alright, so we can go up here. Alright, good stuff. Cat got hops, man. Damn.
The babies were all gone.
Our babies are gone now. Alright.
I jumped and I almost got her.
Oh.
I could tell she was getting really tired.
Yeah, that's what happens with my birds. They get tired after a while when they try to run away from me or fly away from me when I try to grab them. And then they listen to themselves just get grabbed. I don't know why.
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Oh, so I guess our goal is to eat the bird then. Damn, it's harsh. She went from a hungry human to a hungry cat. And now she wants to eat a bird. Damn.
I gobbled her up.
Oh.
And suddenly, I was an owl. First,
Whoa.
all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Alright, so now. This is tough, bro.
Rabbits.
Hey, got a rabbit for you.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Damn. You didn't eat it, you just swallowed the rabbit. God damn.
A mama rabbit. She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Oh, what? So I gotta jump my way down to the bitch.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Oh my gosh, this is dope.
I wanted fat, juicy seals. I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Okay. Any more? Look up. No, okay.
Grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
What is this? Is it an octopus? Or an eel? Or a snake? What is this? Yeah, this is a snake, most definitely.
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
What's a snake?
I was big, but I moved real quiet. Passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
Okay. This girl's imagination is pretty dope.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
came out of a peephole.
I got closer and closer. All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to be, and we both know I will be delicious.
Whoa. Molly Finch. Okay.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have. I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting. I can't describe it, but I felt like some part of Molly was still here.
Man, that looks like her hat or her pillow's still there. This is crazy, bro.
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Oh, so this is like a... Okay. Alright, so this doesn't explore. There's the window.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Alright. So this is her grandma's room.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious. I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Built 1937. Edith Finch? Edith Finch? I'm not sure. Sven Finch, maybe?
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't. Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Damn, those pills,
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
What?
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Whoa. This is crazy, bro. So many mysteries in this house.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Oh, so this is the camera making process thing. This is so cool. Never learned how to do it, but I want to learn how to do it one day.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
Alright, so this is...
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
This is her grandpa. Her grandpa stuff, and her grandpa, I think, liked a lot of NASA stuff.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. This is the end for part 1. I don't know what to do next. And peace out.